Welcome back to my channel. Hello everyone, I hope you are doing really well. I have got a really super amazing video to share with you guys today. I am doing a lot of DIYs, a lot of upcycling this time, so I hope you're enjoying the videos. I am doing my dining table now. If you remember, I had a circle dining table in our dining area, but it only sat 4 people. So if we had anyone come over, like, we couldn't fit anybody there. So we decided to get one that was slightly bigger than what we had. So we went for something that could hold 6, which would be suitable for the space. But instead of buying, we thought that we will upcycle something that we picked up off of Facebook. So let me show you what we're working with. This is the top that we got, and I was super excited with it. I am trying to really get like learn a little bit more about woodwork, so I thought it would be fun to build the legs ourselves. So we went to Home Depot and we got, I think these are 2x4s or 2x6, and they were 29 inches long. So we got them to cut them in the store, and then we came home and then decided to build the legs ourselves. But basically, it's just attaching these two. Do you want to take it off and put it back again? Kind of, yep, like that. Like that, yeah. So that's how we want it to look. So, but the issue we're having is that if you look down here, I'm going to pull that back a bit. You can see that this really nice edging that they did here is hindering it, because we need it to sit on this and not on that. So we're going to cut a little bit of this just to make sure that this flushes well. Once that was done, we then moved on to add some scrap pieces of wood into that gap where the legs were, because as was going to be super straight on, it was going to have a hole, and we needed somewhere to screw our legs into the tabletop. So this was an easier way to do it. So we just picked 2 pieces of wood that we had. You can cut this, it's super easy to do, and then glue them together to kind of fit in. So we kind of cut it to make sure that it could fit into that space. And then we just put it in there, drive in a couple of screws, and then left it to dry. While that was drying, we moved on to build the legs. And as we showed you guys earlier, it is really just joining 2 pieces of wood together. Wood glue, we used wood glue everywhere that we were attaching wood on this table. So I just brushed on some wood glue on the sides, and then at the other piece of wood where it needed to go. And then we just used brad nails to hold them together. Okay, so the next step then was to take the legs that we had built and then attach them now to the top of the table. And we did this by using brad nails, and then we also use 6 inches screws to screw them into that wood that we had added initially as well into the tabletop. So that was all it took to build the legs, really. It was really straightforward. And then we sanded and sanded. We started with a 60 grit, went up to 80, then 120, and then 200. I really, really wanted to make sure that we sanded it nice and smooth, and so that the paint would adhere really, really well. It's a dining table after all. It's going to get a lot of use. So I really wanted to make sure that it was done properly. The other thing that I would have changed actually is that I would have probably done the legs slightly thinner and then fluted them, just to kind of mimic the fluting that's happening on the sides of the table. Well, but I tinted my paint, so I'm using the Zenza Premier White. I tinted it with a little bit of the black paint that I was going to be using, which is why it looks gray. And then I gave it one decent coat of the primer, and then left it to dry. And then we painted it black, which I will see if I can find a footage of it in black and I will show you. But you can see that we painted it black, obviously, because you can see me spray painting it black here. But you'll see what happens afterwards. It was really nice in black, I must say. As you can see, it's going on really, really well. And I gave it 2 coats of this paint. My advice, if you're spray painting, hold your sprayer about 6 inches away from the item that you are spraying. Try not to fill your pot too much, because then it becomes very heavy, because the machine and the pot, you hold everything. So try not to fill it too much, otherwise it becomes very heavy, and when you're going across the table like I'm doing right now, it can become quite tedious. So this is what happened. I took it in. I didn't quite like it black. I just felt like it overwhelmed the space. I know I had a black one there before, but because I have that drawer, that what would I call it? Like a side table with a shelf at the top, on the side of the dining table. I just felt like that and this was overwhelming for the space. So I sanded it back all over again, did the work again, and then I spray painted it now again, another coat of primer. This time I did 2 coats of primer and left that to dry, and then it took me like 2 days to decide the color. But the reason why I picked this color was because we'd already bought new dining chairs and I couldn't do it white, because if I did it white it would look off with the chairs. I didn't want a gray table, it just wasn't what I wanted, and I didn't want a wood table either. So I thought the best thing to do would be to match the chairs. And I was lucky that I had some paint at home, so it matches really well. And this is the final result. You see, it works so well. I think it gives that sideboard its own moment. It's not fighting with it. The 2 of them, they fit really well in the space, but they stand alone as well, which is what I really wanted. These chairs I got off of Amazon. I am gonna link them in the description bar below for you guys. When I got them, the legs were kind of like they're metal legs, but they made them to look like wood, which you can see here in the cutout that I did. And I just sprayed them black with Rust-Oleum black matte spray paint before I attached them, and they came out looking beautiful. I absolutely love how these all turned out. Comment below, let me know what you think. But I am so in love with it.
Watching it end again and again. I feel it in ways you follow me.
Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. Please do not forget to subscribe if you are new. Comment below, let me know what you think. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.
So close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared.